Hi guys, welcome to this first video for vectors revision. Our objectives will be use vectors in any form. It could be AB or vector AB, P, AI minus BJ. Know and use vectors and unit vectors. Find the magnitude of a vector, add and subtract vectors, and multiply vectors by scalars. So basically, let's try to review first. What do you mean by a vector? Let's try to use GeoGebra. So this one here, for example, is a vector AB. So as you can see, vector AB is a vector 1, 3, meaning to say 1 unit to the x and 3 units going up. Alright? If, for example, I'm going to change it like this one, so as you can see, the vector now means negative 2, 2. What does it mean is that okay, one moment. What does it mean is that 2 units going to your left and 2 units going up. Okay, so that is what we mean by negative 2, 2. Now, suppose that I'll move this one here. Let me just get this one, this vector here. Suppose that I move this one there. So as you can see now, this one here, the original one, let me just color this as red. You know what? You can actually use GeoGebra to revise your examination for you to be able to visualize the questions clearly. So this one now you see, the red one now is vector negative 3, negative 2 from what you can see here. And what does it mean is that negative 3 units going to the left. So this AC will be negative 3 going to the left, and then 2 units going down. Now I want you to look at the U is negative 3, negative 2, and the V is equal to negative 3, 0, and the W is equal to 0, negative 2. Alright, so that is actually that W. Now, this vector here can also be named as vector AB. Alright, and from there we can say that the vector AB, based from our example, the vector AB is, wait a moment, negative 3, negative 2, but this one is equal to the sum from here. You can say that that is the sum of the AC, that is that V there, the one that is highlighted, and then that is W, this one there, and that one could be written as, so that is now equal to, let me just copy this one here, that is now your V, negative 3 to 0, sorry, I said 0, plus we have their 0, negative 2, or this one is also equal to, if you're going to factor that negative 3 there, so that's going to be equal to negative 3 times, I don't know if you still remember this one here, negative 3, then this is going to be 1. So again, this negative 3, 1, 0 is actually the same with this one here. Then plus, you have their negative 2, then you multiply by this. 0, negative 2 is similar to negative 2 times your 1. But if you're going to remember, 1, 0, this 1, 0 is actually equal to negative 3 times the vector I plus negative 2 times the vector J. So definitely that is the meaning. That is the meaning of this one here. Alright? That any vectors like this one can be named using two different unit vectors I and j. Let me just copy this one in the PPT. So let me just copy this one there. Guys, you may try this one. This is what they call Microsoft encoder, Microsoft expression encoder. Sorry, one moment. I guess I need to. Okay, it's too dark there, but let me just change the design. I'll just make it simple one then. Okay, there you go. I tried to make it a bit colorful, but okay. Or that is now equal to this based on what we have just mentioned a while ago. There you go. So basically, they're equal with each other. Alright, so that is our response to this objective number 1. Okay, use vectors in any form, AB, AI plus BJ. Now, let's try to go back to this know and use position vectors and unit vectors. And let's try to discuss that one with the help of our GeoGebra here. Now, let's go back to this. Let me just remove that point C there. Let's go back to this one. As you can see, this one is your vector AB. And the vector AB, no matter what I'm going to do here, as you can see, please try to look at this red here. No matter what I'm going to do, that U does not actually change. Alright? This red here is what is called as the displacement vector. Let me just take a photo of that. Okay, so that one there is my displacement vector, and let me just put that into my PPT. So that one there is that displacement vector. But then, what do you mean by position vector? If I'm gonna have, for example, have this, as you can see, I copied these two different vectors. Now this vector here, let me just change the color into blue. The blue vector now is from the origin, as you can see from O here, from the origin, the point A is 0, 0. Well, the other one, let's say for example, it's there. So as you can see, the blue one is what we call as position vector. And again, the position vector is the vector from the origin. So let me just write it down in my notes. So position vector is the vector from the origin. There you go. Now, if that is the vector from the origin, another thing that you're going to see is that these two here are actually parallel with each other. Alright? Now, let's say, for example, that I have here, I'll make this one shorter. Okay, one moment. I'll just change that one there. Let's say that I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to have another point. So now I have this. Let me erase that one there. Let's say I have this one here. And let me just make it simple. This one there. That one. Okay? Or let's say here. Maybe that one is better. Yeah, that one is better. So as you can see, this vector UI is actually vector to 1. Now, suppose that I have here another vector, and then this vector, let me just draw, is, let's say 4, 2. 4, 2. 4, meaning 4 units going to the right, and then 2 units up. So there I have a 4, 2. Now, what can you say about the first one and let me just use this one, the purple one. So what can you say about the purple and the blue one? So as you can see, the purple, I will just move the purple for a while. Sorry, I'll just get one there. Again, let me make it purple. So as you can see, the purple one, I'll just move it for a while. Okay, I'll gonna do. No, that is the name there. All right. So